888-700-WOW. Big 1 pound 700 AT&T. In a moment, I'll get Dr. Albert Pang on. This is interesting. A woman uses her smartphone in bed and, as a result, goes momentarily blind. What? This is kind of news I need to know. We'll get to this in just a second. Get on to this, and Dr. Albert Pang is here. He's an optometrist. Dr. Pang, there's a story out, and this, I guess, has happened more than once, so maybe these are symptoms you're suffering. Maybe not you, but someone listening. A young woman in England, she thinks she's going blind in one eye. She goes to the doctor. It happened a few times, goes back and forth. Doctor runs a whole bunch of expensive tests, which you guys love, and it turns out everything is normal. But they did some research and found out it's something called transient smartphone blindness. What is that?
It's actually that particular case that you read about is because she is using the iPhone with one eye, the other eye is blocking. She is reading the iPhone in the dark, and what happened is that the other eye that she was blocked by the pillow is actually dark adapted to the environment, where the eye that is not that is looking at the phone is not dark adapted because she's looking at the iPhone all the time. So when she stopped using the phone and suddenly she noticed that the one that's looking at the phone is blind momentarily because that eye needs time to be dark adapted. Just like you go into a movie theater, it takes about 10 minutes for you to see the surroundings.
Ah, gotcha.
And so her case is like one eye is adapted to the dark and the other eye is not. That's why she feels like she's blind with one eye.
So if you are like a Army sniper, like my producer Jimmy John here, it's called you keep one eye closed because that way you don't get that light blindness going on if you're at night and you're hunting.
Yes, exactly. That's a great analogy.
Because he's a sniper.
So yes, by doing that, you don't have to wait for that 10 minutes before you're able to see in the dark.
Yeah, okay, so what you're saying, so what, if I look at my smartphone and use both eyes, is that what you're saying?
Yes, a simple solution, yes. When you're at night, in the dark room.
How big a problem is it? Dr. Pang, are we starting to see, are you getting a lot more patients presenting with injuries or eye illness that are as a result of using digital media?
Yes, actually, it's a matter of fact, dryness, and then, of course, dryness to the eye by looking at the phone too long, and also not able to see clearly after you look at the phone for a while. At nighttime, it's because of lack of tear. And so, yeah, a whole bunch of new categories of illness from the iPhone all come in.
So you just get some saline eye drops, probably you'll be fine.
Yes, well, actually, the best thing is before you go to sleep, do not look at your phone. It affects your sleep also because latest study is when you're looking at the screen with a lot of blue light, they tend to decrease the production of melatonin and making your sleep not as deep and not as comfortable as with sufficient melatonin.
Well, how else am I supposed to ignore my significant other, my spouse next to me in the bed? What else can I use? Should I just read a regular book to ignore them or what?
Yeah. Well, never ignore your wife. That's the first thing. So if you ignore, you have a hard time, during the day.
Yeah.
So, but again, of course, reading a book before you go to sleep is good. And then the old Kindle that uses magnetic ink, not the colorful Kindle, but the regular Kindle that they have, they use magnetic ink. That's also good for you to use before you go to sleep.
Oh, okay. So you can change the screen in the background to black and have the white letters maybe.
Right.
Oh,
right.
okay.
Those
that sounds
are
bad.
actually using magnetic ink, and then whereas when you use LED screen and all those tablets and all those phones is actually not good.
Gotcha. Don't look at the bright colors. You can use the e-reader and just change it to like night mode or whatever that is.
Yes.
Okay.
That's right.
Oh, that's a good tip right there.
Now. Yes, correct.
When are you guys going to fix those floaters? I got those floaters. You look at a clear blue sky and you got those floaters in your eyes. And you got anything like when you stick a needle in there, suck that out, you put new juice in? How's that work? Is that like a $100,000 checkup?
Of course, when you're talking about extreme cases, you want to fix those. That's exactly what they do. They will just suck out all those features. But you also bring in a whole bunch of complications when you do that. So I know it sounds desperate, but again, the only thing that you can do is just ignore it and let time fix on it because your brain is very adaptive. You probably will be able to get used to it and not noticing the floaters afterwards.
Oh, so they don't really do anything. It's kind of like my eyeballs are as linty as underneath Seg's desk. I got a lot of lint in my retina. Can I can I get that? Is there going to be a procedure someday going to get that sucked out and you put new juice in there?
Well, actually, they do now. You can, but again, as I say, when you do that, you also cause a lot of complications, such as cataract, such as retinal detachment.
Really?
Because when you mess with your eye, you take kind of like playing Jenga. When you remove one block, and then the whole tower may fall apart. So that's exactly each part is kind of connected to one another. So if you try to take one of the part out, and then you have to expect that the other part
there's
of
leakage
the eye
there.
will also
And there's
fall
no filter there. You guys can put in a new filter.
No, there's no filter you can put in the eye.
Because I hate those.
Yeah.
That's why I like living here in Cincinnati, because it's usually like this. It's cloudy a lot, so you don't really notice the flood. But clear blue sky like we had yesterday, you look at the sun, oh my God, the floaters are all over the place.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, that you are exactly what other people experience. When it's a bright sunny day, when you look at the blue sky, all those floaters appear. It's because of the color that bring up all the floaters.
Yeah,
yes, you're right.
I got this one drives me crazy. It's shaped like the Horn of Africa.
Well, name it. Just give it a name. This is Horn of Africa.
There goes the peninsula there. Yeah. I hate the flood. You guys, if you, I'll tell you what, Wayne. You come up and you come up with some sort of solution for the floaters. You're going to be a rich man.
Oh, I will call you the first patient.
Oh, I'll do that. Well, no, do the beta with other people. But when you get the thing hammered out, then I'm your guy.
All right.
All right. Thanks again. There you go, Dr. Albert Pang on the show on 700 WOW.